Thom Hartmann here on the news. You need to know this. The real dangers of this government shutdown are becoming clear, but Republicans just want to keep up their political game. On Thursday, we found out that the Capitol Police, who stopped a potentially dangerous situation at the White House, will soon see their pay disappear. In Gulf Coast states, thousands of FEMA workers are furloughed even as Tropical Storm Karen is expected to become a hurricane. And domestic violence programs all around our nation say they will have to close their doors today if the government shutdown continues. Yet, House Republicans think this is just a game, and it's all about winning or losing the media narrative. After recent television appearances, Senator Mitch McConnell and Rand Paul were caught with an open mic. They were overheard discussing the GOP talking points about the government shutdown and using phrases like poll-tested for the media. Senator Paul told McConnell, "We're going to win this, I think." However, police officers losing their pay and being unable to protect our president, that's not winning. FEMA being unprepared for a possible deadly storm, that's not success. And domestic violence victims having no place to turn, that doesn't sound like victory to me. The only ones winning in this situation are the billionaires behind the Tea Party who are getting a huge return on their political investments. Tea Party senators like Rand Paul seem to think winning means refusing to back down from their long list of billionaire demands. Deregulation doesn't pay cops for their work. Building Keystone XL won't help FEMA workers prepare for the next hurricane. And repealing Obamacare won't help domestic violence victims find a safe shelter. These are real people facing real pain so that the House Republicans can feel like they win with the media. And Americans are angry that this Tea Party game isn't over. In Screwed News, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell wants to abolish all campaign contribution limits. Yep. That's what Senator McConnell will argue before the Supreme Court next week when the justices hear oral arguments in McCutcheon versus FEC. That case is being hailed as the next Citizens United because it challenges the total amount one individual can donate in an election cycle. McConnell wants our nation's highest court to strike down campaign contribution limits, saying they are an unconstitutional ban on free speech. Citizens United opened the floodgates of corporate cash to our elections. This case will only increase the amount of money in politics. Already, many of our lawmakers are bought and paid for by corporations in the top 1% and don't represent the will of the average Americans. If the Supreme Court strikes down the minimal campaign finance laws that still remain on the books, some lawmakers won't even need to pretend they care about the voters. Since Citizens United, we've seen more and more cash flood into elections so that the super wealthy could purchase their own politicians. Apparently, Mitch McConnell just wants to have a higher price on his own head. In the best of the rest of the news, Wendy Davis wants to be the next governor of Texas. On Thursday, the Democratic state senator made her announcement to the delight of millions of Texas residents. Wendy Davis gained national attention for her 11-hour filibuster, which she waged to fight extreme abortion legislation in her state. Since her amazing speech, she has become a star of that state's Democratic Party, both in Texas and our entire nation. And she's seen as the party's best chance to turn that red state blue. After almost 2 decades of Republican leadership in Texas, Wendy's filibuster renewed the hope of many Texans that their state could someday be back in the hands of the Democrats. In a press release about her gubernatorial run, Davis said, "We love Texas, not only for how good it is, but for how great we know it can be. With the right kind of leadership, the great state of Texas will keep its sacred promise that where you start has nothing to do with how far you can go." That's a promise many Texans would like to see kept and even extended to the rest of our great nation. American Catholics love Pope Francis. According to a new Quinnipiac University poll, 89% of Catholics have a favorable or very favorable view of the new Pope, and nearly 70% agree with his recent comments about finding a new balance in the Catholic Church. Even on issues like abortion and women in the church, the majority of American Catholics agree with the Pope's recent statements. 60% of those surveyed believe that women should have leadership roles in the church, and 53% support a woman's right to have an abortion. Just like Pope Francis, the large majority of Catholics in America seem to feel the church should adapt to modern times. And that's exactly why Pope Francis has renewed support for the Catholic Church. Pope said that the church must stop being so obsessed with social issues like gay marriage, abortion, and contraception, or risk collapsing like a house of cards. It appears, at least in our nation, the majority of Catholics agree. And finally, Smellovision has finally arrived. Japanese inventors have developed a new attachment for your smartphone, which can make your phone smell like coffee, apples, or even beef tongue. And they say the device called Senti was designed to help poor college students save money or help dieters shed a few pounds. The developers believe that you'll enjoy the salad a bit more if you trick your mind with the smell of barbecue spare ribs or cinnamon rolls while you're eating. So far, their Senti device only produces food smells, and it's limited to the scents that they've developed, but it won't be long before more smells are introduced. Sure, that picture of a flower you posted may be much lovelier with a little fragrance, but do we really need social media check-ins at the gym to include an odor? And that's the way it is today, Friday, October 4th, 2013. I'm Thom Hartmann on the news.